Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Echo's Reloading Chamber. Tonight's guest is Zach, Quest for the Perfect Load. And co host with me tonight is AR Guns. He's hanging out with us tonight. So we are going to be talking about a couple of projects that Zach is doing and a hunt that Zach went on that he finished up just recently. So, AR, what's going on tonight? Do we have anybody in the audience yet?
Liver Guns 50, Eagle Eye, and Michael Hurtnick. Good to see you guys. Three of them so far. Just jumped in.
Awesome. Welcome everybody to the show. I appreciate you stopping by this evening. Eagle, if you're watching from the sidelines of a bench, welcome, brother. Welcome,
Raleigh,
everyone.
Uncle John, Raleigh Carvelis. He's with us. Good to see you. Go ahead. I'm
Oh,
back.
okay. Eagle Eye Shooting's here too. Hey, brother, what's going on?
Yep.
Nice to see you. So, Zach, brother, what's going on? You went on the hunt, and we
Yeah, I did.
talked. We talked
Yep.
while you and was your friend's name Will?
Yeah, Will. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, you and Will were out on the hunt,
hmm
and you checked in with us.
Yep.
So, what happened, brother? What did you have a good time? Number one.
Well, yeah, it was a good time. We ate good. We had some deer sausage from the deer that I got in that area, so that was pretty awesome. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. We one of the days we did about 17 miles hiking. Uh, so I was pretty worn out the next day after. But yeah, oh, yeah, it was a good time. So yeah, for sure.
Uh, okay, for you guys.
Anytime you can just get away and hang out and spend time with your buddies is always a good time too. Spend time in the woods. So
Oh yeah, brother. Yeah, but as when you said 17 miles, me and anyone that's probably in their late 40s, early 50s, probably just coughed some of their coffee or their medicine back into their medicine
yeah,
container. I was
yeah,
like 17 miles. Okay,
All
brother.
right.
yep.
When I was your age, I had a job, and I had to ride a bicycle because this was the messed up thing was it was a truck driving job, and
Okay.
they had no places to where the employees could park. So we had to take public transportation, taxi or whatever, but we would go to work, we would, pick up our truck, and we would go out on the road, and then we'd be
Uh huh.
going from hub to hub pulling trailers and whatnot. And so it really didn't have too big of a deal, affecting us. But the
Yeah.
bottom line is, I tell you one thing. I had to ride a bicycle. It was 21 miles from my house, and I would ride it there. And I
And
would get
back.
there, and I used to smoke cigarettes back then. And I would get there to work, and I did literally. My boss would be like, "Did you make it?" And I'd be like, "I damn near did, almost didn't." I'm like, got cut off by like three people, almost ate shit, and everybody
Yeah.
laughing at me and stuff. And I would put my bicycle in the locker, and then I
Okay.
wouldn't have to ride it again for like a month, and then I would
Yeah.
get it out and ride it back to my house, and it was just funny. That made
Okay.
me remember that because I'm like, one day I checked it and I was like 21 miles, and it
Yeah.
was like
That's.
that scene from Vacation with Chevy Chase
Oh yeah.
jump the family truckster, and he goes, "That had to be like 300-400 feet, Dad." And he
Yeah.
goes, "Rusty, that's nothing to be proud of." And then he looked
Yeah.
out there and he's like, 300-400 feet. That's a good jump. And then I was
Yeah.
just laughing.
Yeah. Right.
So
Yeah.
what happened, dude? What happened? Tell
So
us the story.
so Friday we got out there. We did, that's when I called in. So that was the day before opening day. We're kind of out doing some scouting. Saw tons of sign, but didn't see anything Friday. So that was a little disappointing. Um, we went to sleep. woke up Saturday morning bright and early. We walked out of our rig, and not even kidding you, there was 46 rigs parked next to our rig. 46. I've never seen that many hunters in my life. I was like, what the heck? So we're hiking in. It's dark out. We get up kind of the ridge where we kind of scouted, where we saw a lot of sign, but we could see we could see probably a mile and a half for glassing and stuff like that to try to get eyes on some elk. And so we sat there, waited till sunrise, and didn't see much. We counted like 14 hunters that we saw, but saw no elk that morning. Saw a couple coyotes. Pretty damn tempted to shoot a coyote, but we didn't. At least not opening morning. And so we kind of decided, okay, we're gonna get out and kind of pound the dirt a little bit, maybe see if we can kick some stuff up that's laying around or something like that. So we did that for about, I don't know. So we were up and we were sitting from about 6:15 to about 9, and then we started hiking around until about 11. We're like, man, there's too many dang hunters. We got to figure something else out, kind of thing. And we head back and we go back, have lunch, and I'm listening to a conversation to a guy that's in the next truck over, and he was saying that he saw somebody shoot an elk. I'm like, well, I didn't see any freaking elk. I can see forever. But apparently, the story was the game warden was out too, and so because obviously it's a good elk area, and apparently somebody. So over a ridge before we could see, there was 300 head of elk. We just couldn't see them. It was just over a ridge, and a hunter took a shot, hit an elk, hit a spike because that's all you could shoot was a spike unless you had a tag for a big bull, and there's only 5 of those out given a year in that unit. He shoots it, hits it, knocks it down, and apparently walks up to it and was thinking that it was a not a legal bull. So the guy walked away from it and left it. The game warden was watching him when he did that. So everybody in the area saw the game warden was getting the heck out of the area. So everybody left after lunch. So it was better hunting for us after lunch. But those elk that went up over that ridge, they never came back that day. Never saw them. So that was a bummer. So that guy ended up getting a ticket for like $1,100 for leaving game. But he actually ended up able to keep the elk because elk was actually legal. He was just stupid.
Oh my God! Even
Yeah,
if you shoot an animal, it's already dead. You've already done the
I
bullet's
know, right?
gone out of the
Call
barrel.
call the
Yeah,
game
you
department
call
and
the
say,
game
"Hey, I made a
department and
mistake."
be like, I accidentally made a mistake.
Right?
It
Yeah.
happens, and they have provisions for
Yep.
people that
Yep.
do that, and you're gonna be
Yep.
fined.
Yep.
But it's better to get
It would.
a ticket for misidentifying a game animal
Yep.
than leaving a basic wasted carcass
Yep.
left in the dirt. That's just not
Yeah.
even sportsmanlike.
So I was surprised the game warden, actually let them keep it, not confiscate it. But it ended up being there's what's called a true spike would mean that it's literally just the antlers coming off, and a spike would be where you could have antlers and up to a 1-inch eye guard basically on those, right? And that's what it was, and it was below a 1-inch, so it was actually a legal bull. And that guy I don't know if he didn't know or what, but the game warden ended up being pretty nice, I guess. He even loaded the elk up in the truck for him, drove him down. So it's actually pretty nice of the game warden. I think he cut him some slack. But yeah, the guy got like $1,100 ticket instead of just being like, "Hey, I made a mistake," kind of thing. So, but the nice thing was the game warden being there, it cleared almost all those hunters out.
Yep.
So because nobody wants to hunt around a game warden, but me and my buddy will, like,
Yeah.
well, I don't care. I'm law abiding. I got nothing to hide.
Yeah, exactly.
So we ended up we ate lunch and we went and hunted a different area, and we hiked around actually the side where I ended up getting my deer. And we went and hiked that area, hunted that area, and saw a bunch of sign, but didn't see anything. And so that was Saturday. Went back, had some some really good deer sausages. Man, they were fantastic. It was really good. Jalapeno. We put jalapeno in it. It was really good. So Yeah, we woke up Sunday morning, kind of did. So Saturday was the day we did 17 miles. So now 17 miles was pretty much all Saturday afternoon, and so it was quite a bit because we were trying to find that herd that went over the hill, right? And so we kind of did that, and then Sunday morning we were kind of discouraged, not seeing anything, and ended up getting out there for about 6 hours, hunted and saw a bunch of cows, cow, elk, and some calves, but didn't see anything. And then that was Halloween, and we both got families, and we're like, you know what, I'm
I lost you a little bit.
is that better?
Yeah, you're coming back now.
Okay. So basically, it was Sunday was Halloween, and we're like, you know what, we're not having the best of luck right now. So you know what, we're gonna get back, go hang out with our family, go trick or treating. And so the bottom line is we had a good time. We spent 2.5 days in the woods, hanging out and just bullshitting half the time and hiking and seeing other animals. Sunday morning we saw a coyote that was like 45 yards. It was actually a pretty good coyote with a pretty good pelt on it. But I was telling my buddy Will, I was like, shoot it. And he's like, I don't want to scare any elk away. I was like, Will, we haven't seen any elk. We're fine. Shoot it. And he's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. And then by then it was too late. But
Yeah.
we both passed it up. But it was a really fun experience. So
Yeah. You know
you know,
what though? Spending a couple of days in the woods with your buddy, just walking around and enjoying God's countryside is
yeah,
sometimes just as good as getting a game. And
yeah,
it's a lot less work. And the thing is, if you have a big herd of elk like that,
yeah,
then next year you know where to go.
yeah.
Next
Yeah,
year,
I
and
may have
that's
second thoughts though. There was a lot of hunters there. I may have to do some different scouting for a different area. I I've never seen that many hunters in one location. It was ridiculous. So, but it is what it is. I at least got a deer this year, so that was pretty awesome. So, yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, that's pretty much how the hunt went. It was a great time. Yeah. We watched Dumb and Dumber Saturday evening. Forgot how funny that was. I love that movie. We laughed the whole time watching it. It was just a great time. So,
yeah.
yeah.
It sounds
Yeah.
like you had a blast, man. That's
Oh,
awesome.
oh
I'm
yeah. Yeah.
glad
It was a
that
good time.
you. I wish you would have gotten some game, but
Yeah.
it's just as much fun looking as it is getting them.
Oh yeah.
And basically, yeah, you may have to find a little less occupied area,
Yeah.
because where that everybody's going to be thinking the same thing I was next year at
Oh yeah.
that next Passover is going to
Yeah.
be absolutely full of
Yep.
deer, of elk and hunters. They'll
Yep.
be so it'll be like it's not if can you make the shot, it's can you make it there to be the first one at sun
Yep.
up to
Shoot
make
it.
that
Yeah.
shot on one. It's just a roll of the dice who's going to
Oh yeah.
be, and once that
Yep.
one shot's made, everybody can pack up and go home.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, and that's exactly kind of what happened. So,
Yep.
yeah, and it's funny is I never even heard that shot, and it was maybe 400 yards just over the hill from us, and that's how far away that herd was. We just never heard. I never heard the shot, never saw the elk, but it's just the way life goes sometimes, right? So,
Well, yeah. And, plus, you've got trees. Did you have snow in the trees or
no, we
no?
actually we're pretty Yakima area.
Yeah.
We're pretty high up. It's actually almost more like higher desert area.
Oh,
So we
okay.
don't really have a whole lot of trees. It's a lot of sage, a lot of rolling
Oh,
hills with sage. So yeah,
okay.
but the sage is like 6 feet tall sometimes. So
Yeah.
it's almost like having trees.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
probably what absorbed that rifle shot.
yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy, man. So what else have you been doing? I've heard a couple of things. You've been
yeah,
working on an 1874.
yeah. So I've got a buddy's 1874 Sharps rifle that I'm restoring for him. he ended up getting it from a buddy that passed away, and he wants to get the gun restored for the guy's kid. So that's what I'm working on. It's really kind of really neat. It's missing some parts. I'm not sure if somebody robbed parts off of it or what. But I got parts on order, so they won't be original parts, but they'll be parts. It'll be functional. It's chambered in 4570, so big boy round. But yeah, I'm working on that, and then I got that 20-inch DMR AR-15. That's all built and put together now. So that's I'm pretty excited about both of these builds, both of these projects.
Yeah.
So,
on
yep.
on the 1874, it's 4570. Now, is it 4570 smokeless, or is it 4570 black powder?
Smokeless. Yep.
It is smokeless powder.
Yep.
Okay, because the old one was 45 with 70 grains of black powder.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty neat little rifles. So
yeah, and you'll also notice that loading for those, I think because I've loaded for the 4570 in a lever gun, and there's 3 loadings for it.
Mm-hmm.
There's one for the black powder, like the old school, like loading. There's a lever gun loading, and then there's a Ruger number 1, which is like a breakdown single shot type.
Okay.
And or I believe the AR dipped out, I think, but I was going to ask him. I think the Ruger number 1, if I remember correct, is a big bore hunting rifle for like dangerous game.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, and if the crowd probably knows. Oh, look, Dead Horse is in the crowd. He'll probably know. Brother, do you know on a Ruger number 1, is that a break action firearm? See if he gets back to us. But yeah, so basically that's neat, man. I want to see. Yeah. So all right, so you did a 20-inch, and you went this morning to test fire it, correct?
Yeah, I did. Yep. I went and shot it. My first 2 rounds couldn't get the gun to cycle. I've got an adjustable gas port on it, so I started opening up the gas port and cycled, but then didn't feed. And then still kept opening it, cycled, then partially fed. Then I got the gas port tuned to where it would cycle and feed. But then I started having feeding issues actually up into the mag. So basically the bolt carrier. So if this is my finger's the bolt carrier, and let's see here.
Yeah, let me blow you up.
Yeah. If my finger's the bolt carrier, I guess I could just grab a bolt carrier. But if my finger's the bolt carrier and here's the round,
you can grab a bolt carrier if you want to do that too.
Yeah, let me do that real quick. Okay. So, the bolt carrier, right? So, instead of coming up and feeding and catching and pushing in, it was doing this. And for some reason passing over it. So I don't know if it's and it wasn't doing it on every single one. It was just doing it on kind of random. So I don't know if it was the 10-round mag I was using. So I switched to a 5-round mag and still kind of had the issue. So I wasn't sure if it was the feeding lips on the gun or what, or if I'm having some weird issue with my bolt carrier. But basically, so instead of catching it and feeding it up in, it was catching and then rubbing right on the side here and then stopping.
Rubbing on the right side?
Yeah. I don't know if
on the top.
On the top. So like this,
yeah,
right?
and it's what they consider that is a bearing surface on the bolt carrier itself. There's 4 places.
Actually, you can probably see the. I don't know if you can see, but there's some brass colorings here.
Yeah.
That's where it's been rubbing because it's trying to cycle and slam itself forward, and instead it was doing that. So I got to figure out that issue.
Well,
I don't know if I.
if it's skipping over the bullet,
Mm-hmm.
if it's skipping over the cartridge and going forward and basically hanging up,
Yeah.
that means that you're getting too much gas usually,
Too
and
much.
it
Okay, so
will.
go back a little
Well,
bit.
what it's doing is it's bouncing the bolt carrier group off of the
Okay.
back of the buffer tube. Hold on,
Okay.
because I've got somebody I think texting me maybe. Hold on, let me see if.
Yeah, no problem. Because you're correct. I did not have that problem until I started opening it up more. So I'm thinking I was thinking backing it off some, getting in a little more oil, cleaning the gun, and then running it again. Because I only sent 10 rounds through the gun.
What temperature are you firing in, and what type of lubrication are you using on the firearm?
So it is 50 degrees out. It's not horrible.
Okay.
And then I use CPL most of the time. Or
CLP.
CLP, yeah, CLP.
Yeah, the
Or
break free.
yep, sometimes frog lube. Um, I used to use like hops number 9. I mean, that still works good, but I really didn't lube this up much, and I probably should have lubed it up a little bit more. I didn't lube it as normally as I would have. But it was kind of a little bit of a rush trip to the range. So yeah, but I just never seen that. So that's good to know if you think maybe my gas port's a little too open, so I'm getting a little overgassed, which would make sense because my injections would indicate that I'm overgassed. The last 2 injections that I got.
Was it forward?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you can tell a lot. Now, when I tune a gas, this is what I do. I would
Okay.
say what was going on is a few things were happening all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, you're breaking in a brand new rifle with very
Yes.
tight tolerance parts.
Yep. Yep.
Number two, you're adjusting an adjustable gas block at the same time. So this is
Yep.
what I always tell people. I always tell them to open the adjustable gas block up until the weapon starts to function with a
Mm-hmm.
fully loaded magazine.
Okay.
Because when you fully load a magazine, you're putting as much pressure
Yeah,
as against the bottom of the bolt carrier as that it's ever going to see.
Yep. Yep. Agreed.
And that's going to retard the bolt carrier from moving fast.
Okay.
So basically, by you adjusting it and not keeping the pressure in the magazine the same, you're changing things constantly, and you're never getting the exact problem to duplicate itself exactly the same way.
Yep, and that makes sense.
Yeah. So what I would suggest, tear the bolt carrier completely apart, clean it,
okay,
lubricate it with some good lubricant. What I like to use is a little bit of a lightweight grease, like a Teflon based. If you have anything with Teflon grease in it,
I got
put a little bit on, like 1 drop.
Okay.
And take that and smear it on the 4 bearing surface points that are about 2 inches long on the bolt carrier group, on the 2 on the top and the 2 on the bottom. And then smear that a little bit down to where you could tell that it's wet. It's got a little bit on there. And then basically, put a drop of your CLP or whatever you're going to use on your gas rings, on your gas rings.
Okay.
And then take the same lubricant that you got from your gas rings, and that you just take your index finger, rub it around your gas rings, and make sure they're separated. The line is not all the line.
You kind of need them like in a triangle.
Yeah. Kind of like doing like on a triangle. Yeah. And then go ahead and rub more of that up the body of the bolt. And then make sure you oil your extractor spring.
Okay.
in your extractor, and you can take, you know how to take that out, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, yeah,
Yep.
you take that out and just put a little bit of grease, a little dab of grease in there. Always works forever,
Okay.
and that's what I use. And then I just take a little model paintbrush and I dip it in my Slip 2000 grease, and I
Okay.
just I just paint the spring on there and the rubber O-ring and the detent. I just wipe it at one time like that, put it back in there, and they work really well.
Okay.
And then once you get that lubricated, get you some 5.56 ammunition or some
Yep.
hand loads if you're shooting hand loads, and
Yep.
get it on the hot side.
Yep.
And then set your gas block in reverse. What I like
Okay.
to do is I leave it all the way closed, and I slowly open it, click at a time, until it fires with a full magazine.
Okay.
And
So
then as
basically,
soon
keep
as it,
feeding just a full magazine.
yeah, you just keep just keep sticking around back into the top of the magazine,
Yeah.
and fire it and stick another one in it, fire it, stick another one in it. And once it starts to feed, crank it open one click more.
Okay.
And if it doesn't have clicks, 1 hour.
Yeah, it's got clicks.
So
Yeah.
Okay. If you got clicks, do one click. And
Okay.
basically what that's going to do is it's going to let the gun fire, and then one extra click of gas shouldn't cause any problems. But if it gets a little bit of carbon in there, or a little bit of dirt, or a little bit of nastiness in there, it's still going to fire. And then
Gotcha.
just make sure it's firing from fully loaded magazines the whole time. And do you have magazine restrictions where you're at?
No. Nope.
Okay, good.
Surprisingly, as liberal as this state is, we do not yet. No. Even if we
Yeah,
did, I wouldn't give a you know what.
yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, try the full magazines.
Yep.
What kind of mags are you using? Are you using
I use
PMag?
Magpul. Yeah.
Magpul, yeah.
Yep.
I would say it's probably not a magazine problem, because they're probably using relatively new magazines.
Yep.
And my guess is you're just having to break the gun in is all you. Yeah, you're just gonna have to break it in.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking is I just like I said, I kind of rushed it. I didn't oil it up as much as I usually would, so that's kind of partially on me, right? Kind of thing. But I've never actually had to mess with an adjustable gas block before too, so that's part of a learning experience for me too on that. So yeah.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Adjustable gas blocks can be a pain in the butt until you figure them out a little bit.
Yeah.
They can be a little bit of a headache. They can drive you a little bit nuts, but they're a necessary evil. Because if you shoot a suppressed rifle, you're gonna definitely need a adjustable gas block, because if not, you're going to overgas. Where you want to be seeing your ejection port, you want to see that brass coming out of there at about 330.
Okay, yeah, and that's what I've always been told too. That's
at about 3:30, maybe 4 o'clock. Anywhere in between three. I tell people, if you're shooting a suppressor, anything 3 o'clock is good, because a suppressor is really going to want to overgas a rifle and kind of cause it to. It really, unless you've got a specialized suppressor for not causing back pressure, and now they have some of those available now. There's a couple manufacturers that make those that are not supposed to cause an overpressure problem, and not exactly sure how they work, but they're supposed to do the trick. But for the rest of the time, anybody else, adjustable gas block is the way to go. So basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to tune your bolt carrier group to run at about 40 feet per second.
Oh, okay.
And when you start hitting 50 feet per second is when you start noticing a forward ejection pattern. So, it gives you a little bit of room to play with there. Let's see here. If there's anybody saying, okay, they're just talking amongst themselves. But so what do you think about? So you got that? How did it shoot? Other than that, as far as accurate.
So I took me basically 3 shots to get it zeroed, and then with super cheap PPU ammo, I was shooting dimes.
Oh
So
yeah.
I mean, even with messing with it, breaking my cheek weld. So I got high hopes for it. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it shot good. I tell you what, the gun's heavy, and it's got 0 recoil, which is really nice. And the brake I got on that, man, I like that brake. And my buddy Will was next to me when I was shooting, and he said the brake didn't get tons of pressure from it. He said it wasn't overly loud, which is nice for a brake because a lot of brakes on those guns are stupid. But yeah, no, it shot really well. I was super pleased with it. So yeah.
Do you have it laying out where we could take a look at it? Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
One minute
We're
here.
showing a firearm, folks. We're not handling it, so yeah. YouTube don't have a heart attack. We're just showing pictures, not actually handling.
All right, how do I switch this camera around?
It should be hit the screen and at the top.
Yeah, let's see here. Oh, maybe I'll just flip it around. You tell me if you can see okay.
All right. So we're technologically retarded. Oh yeah, look at the 1874 there too. That's awesome.
Yeah, so we can maybe get a better angle from here. But yeah, so as you can see, the AR is pretty long. But yeah, then I got my Sharps rifle right here. So basically you can see parts that are missing.
Let me put you on. I'm an idiot. I should have blown you up.
Yeah, all good.
There we go.
As you can see, the parts that are missing are basically everything that controls the trigger, but everything forward of that and the triggers is all functional. It's got the octagon barrel on it.
Oh
sights.
Wow!
Yeah, it's actually in pretty good shape.
How have you done anything to look inside the chamber or anything to see if you got any rust or anything? Or
it's clean. It's clean. I've done it. I've bore scoped it and everything. It's super clean.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's the rifling on it. It's pretty incredible. It's pretty impressive. Yeah. So, I'm gonna be doing videos on that. So make sure you subscribe if you want to see some 1874 sharp stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you guys are looking to subscribe to his channel, I have a link to his channel in the description and pinned in the comment section. So if you want to go over and check his channel out, subscribe to him, and check out what he's got coming up with that 1874. Now on the so you're basically replacing the trigger mechanism to that gun.
That's everything. The innards, basically, someone robbed the plate that comes off of that, and then the innards for the basically what sets the trigger and everything like that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what happened because that gun was completely together when the guy passed away, so someone took stuff off of it after. So that's a bummer because the gun was completely original.
Oh wow.
So it's a bummer, but the gun's gonna go to a good home once I get it. I get it all back together and everything. So that'll be cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But you definitely, after you get it together, you're gonna have to fire it. You're gonna have to call. Yeah, you're gonna have to. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. We will be firing it. Yeah.
You want to make sure now. You want to make sure that because of the age of that gun, I would want to say that's black powder, man.
I have paperwork for it, and see, that's the thing. That's the problem, though. Is 1874. That's the model. That's not necessarily the year it was made.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is true.
So, and I believe by the serial number, it was actually made in 1886, I think.
Yeah. So you're at the turn of the 19th century, the 20th century. Yeah. So basically, that would be smokeless powder.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're right on the cusp.
Yep. Yeah, and so I'll do a bunch of more research, obviously, before I start throwing stuff in there. But it could be black powder. If it is, that's even cooler because I've not shot any of those, and so I
Yeah.
would really love to do that. So, but yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Like I've done so much research on this gun in the last 3 weeks or so. Um, pretty stoked about it. I got all the parts coming for it. Actually wasn't horrible. A company out of Texas basically makes replica parts for it that are functional and
Huh.
everything like that. So yeah, that was pretty cool to find. And so yeah, that was pretty cool.
What's the name
So
of
yeah,
that company? You don't know off the top of your
I
head?
can't remember. No.
Because I was like, man, if anybody else is out there looking for parts, there is a
Yeah.
replica manufacturing company in Texas. I don't know what the name of
Yeah.
it is.
I'll when I do my videos, I'm definitely gonna be
Yeah,
I'll be
he'll
tagging
have it in
them.
his video. So if you guys are
Yeah.
looking for parts, make sure you go over there and check his videos out and subscribe.
Yeah.
Because he's going to go through the whole trigger
Yep.
fire control group on that rifle.
Yep. The gun's gonna be completely tore down and basically all the way reassembled. So yeah.
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 Now,
Go ahead.
what is with the now? What were you going to tell me? I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Well, basically, just like to me, I found it pretty amazing. I've never seen an octagon barrel in person. That's pretty cool. I really wish I could get one of those on a modern rifle. That's such a neat looking thing. And then so that's technically considered the carbine version. So there's a longer version of the 1874 Sharps, and then there's like like you've seen the movie Quigley, right?
Yeah.
You seen that? Yeah. So then there's
Yes.
the long version. It would be like the marksman one. So this isn't the long version. It'd be the carbine version, and this is more what I guess what the U.S. Cavalry would have had. So yeah. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool piece of history.
Oh yeah, that's a neat story behind it as
Yeah.
well. So your rifle, your AR.
Yes. Yep.
What now? You used an expensive manufacturer on your lower receiver. What?
Aero Precision. Yep. I've got an Aero Precision lower receiver. I've got an enhanced lower parts kit through there, and then a Geisley trigger in there.
Yeah, you went ahead and put a 2-stage Geisley in there. Now,
Yep.
now, as far as your upper, what all is that?
So we've got an Aero Precision upper receiver, just a base standard receiver. It's not the M1E1 or whatever they call it, where it's the enhanced.
Right.
I couldn't find one, and I don't feel like paying $200 for upper receiver.
Yeah.
And then a Spikes Tactical bolt carrier for 5.56. Full length rifle gas tube. And then the barrel is a Ballistic Advantage 20-inch DMR profile. So super heavy barrel with a 1 in 7 twist. That's pretty much the main stuff of the gun. Normal buffer tube, normal buffer assembly, spring, I should say. Yeah, that's pretty much the main internals on it. But yeah, I was super excited to try out Ballistic Advantage barrels because I got a pretty good deal on that barrel. And from what I hear, they're pretty dang accurate, and they have great customer service if you do have a problem, from what I understand.
Yeah. I've actually got a buddy that has a Ballistic Advantage barrel that he had to send back.
Okay.
And he's in the side chat. I saw him on here earlier.
Oh, that's right. I think he brought it up that last time I was on here.
Yes. And I don't know if he's gotten his barrel back yet or not, but I know that they're taking care of him right now. If you could change. What is going on? Yeah. Okay. Let me see here.
There we go.
All right. I whipped this back to normal view.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
So anyways, that's basically the basics of that barrel. I've got a 6x24 Riton scope on there. I really like that company. I think I have 3 scopes of theirs now. They're a military-owned company, great price. They're down in Tucson, and just a really good company. The customer service is incredible. I called them and said, "Hey, I'm thinking about buying another scope from you guys. What would you recommend for this build?" kind of thing, right? And that's just kind of what he said. And I tell you what, I got a heck of a price for that scope, and I'm super pleased with the glass. Is really clear on it. And my buddy, I had my buddy Will shoot it. The first thing he said when he got behind the rifle, he goes, "Oh man, this scope's nice." And so I think right on. If you guys don't have a scope or haven't used any of them, you should check it out. Really good scope manufacturer. Although I think most scopes nowadays are getting pretty good. So
yeah. So, and how far were you shooting that rifle? At 100?
100, yeah.
Yeah. And you were just using what type of ammunition were you using? You
PPU. Let me grab it real quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was just shooting. Oh, that's not what I was shooting. Actually, I was shooting 223. But yeah, I was just shooting just normal basic PPU 55 grain stuff. Just to get it zeroed and get the barrel broken with some really cheap stuff. And it was shooting well. So I got no complaints. You know, I'm gonna, like I said, I kind of believe in breaking in your barrels a little bit. So I'm gonna get it scrubbed up and then probably take it out tomorrow morning, and we'll lube it up like we just talked about, and see if we can get it shooting a little bit better and cycling, and get that gas port worked out, and maybe see if I can start ringing some steel with it. So it's kind of the goal.
Yeah, that sounds a blast, man. Are you going to be doing some hand loading for it?
Oh yeah. I will be doing definitely some hand loading. I've got some Berger 77 grains that I'll probably shoot, because my goal is to shoot longer range with it, right? And so I'll be using a heavier bullet probably. So Berger 77s. I've got some Sierra Match King 77 grains. I've got some Barnes 69 grains. They're match burners, which I really like those bullets. I'm a big fan of those bullets. And I was thinking about trying some Hornady bullets. I think they have like a 75 grain Hornady bullet, like kind of like a match target bullet. And so, but yeah, I'll be doing some hand loading. I probably will be trying out probably 3 to 4 different powders: CFB 223, Varget, 4895, and probably Benchmark. Those will probably be the powders that I'll try out. Those are pretty much my favorite powders when it comes to AR. Yeah.
Got a question in the side chat. I don't even want to interrupt the.
Oh
interview.
no, go ahead, brother. What's going on?
Sure. Ram says, "Will you do me a favor and ask Zach? Are you gonna do any more with your 7.6239 rounds?"
Oh yeah. I've got at least 2 videos planned for the future. I got my barrel slugged, so I know the bore of my barrel for the 7.62 by 39 for my SKS, and so I'm going to be doing some more casting for that, and try those out. But I've also picked up a bunch of I got a really good deal on some Sierra 150 grains, and 311 bullet spire points, and so I'll be doing some load videos for that too. And then I also picked up some Barnes bullets for AK loading too. So yes, that was Ram 4x4 that asked that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So I will be doing that. I just with life and everything else and all these other gun toys I got, it's just, it goes down the road, and I try to do one video at least once a week. So I'm trying to get to 2, but yeah. I got two little ones, so it's a little time demanding, and then I work full time, and actually I work more than full time. But yeah. So.
Oh, most definitely. I'm gonna I actually have everything now to do my cast. I'm gonna cast my AK and find out. I'm gonna slug the barrel in it, and I got that Sarah safe stuff, and I'm gonna dump that down the front of it and pop it out and see what measure the groove diameter, just to verify. I mean, I've shot a ton of Wolf ammo through it, and I want to say Wolf is 311, but somebody measured, I want to say it was Tula, and it was 310. So
Okay.
I'm not, and it was 310, like dead 310. So I'm wondering,
Yeah.
I know my barrel was getting warm when I was shooting it, and I know
Okay.
if overpressure can cause that,
Yeah.
and if maybe I was shooting, but who knows? I'll
Yeah.
slug it and I'll find out what it is. What was yours, and what
Mine
kind of
was
SKS do
310.
you have? It
310. So
was 310.
I have a Chinese SKS. It was 310, and I was shooting because I cast for my 300 blackout, and I was like, oh, maybe I can try. So I cast it to 309 for my 300 blackout. I was like, well, maybe I can just cast one bullet and see how it shoots, so I don't have to worry about keeping them separate, kind of thing, right? But it did not shoot well. It was like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, or like someone else had been there before you, or something like that. You know how
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
So,
You fire
um,
it, and you're looking at
yeah.
the target, and you see like a
Well,
puff of sand go up on the right. You're
what
like,
what was
wow, that's
crazy is
horrible.
I think I shot a 1-inch group at 50 yards with it, and then I went to 75 yards and I couldn't even hit paper. It made no sense. It made zero sense. And so what I'm gonna do is I already have the mold for it. I'm gonna cast them to 311 diameter. Actually, I think I'm casting it to 312 and sizing it to 311.
Yeah.
And powder coating it, and then see how they shoot. So yeah, I'll be doing. I plan to be doing that in the next week or so. Like I said, I got some other projects and stuff, but if that does seem like a pretty popular video for me, so maybe I should start doing more AK stuff. So
Yeah, it's right now especially. But if you cast some of those bullets, I want a couple. I
oh
want to
yeah, yeah.
try. Yeah, I want
You
to
got my
shoot a
email.
couple of them.
Shoot me your address. I'll send you 100
Yeah,
of them.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I'll load them up and I'll shoot them out of my gun and see what they do.
yeah,
We'll take it to
yeah,
the range.
for sure.
Yeah. But that's awesome, man. I can't wait to see those videos too, because I'm going to check out. I'm subscribed to your channel as well, so I always check your
Yeah,
videos lurking in the background. So
yeah.
what's going on in the side chat? Anything going on in the side chat, AR?
They're just talking. I was seeing something earlier. Kenny says he can get primers 7-10 cents each. You expect to pay that.
I just picked this up at Sportsman's Warehouse for $42.
What is that he's holding?
That's
Oh,
good
look at
buy.
that. 41s. For how much?
Yep,
Wow.
$42.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, normally where were they, like 31? So if I don't have to pay hazmat, I don't freaking care. I can go in and buy a whole brick of those every day, as long as they got them.
Oh, well, you better be going back every day with your sister, your brother, your kids.
Right. I've got
you'd
so
be
much
like-
primers though. I'll be honest. I've got so much primer and powder that I think my wife is gonna kill me if I keep buying more. That's the one. Like, I had so much primers and powder going into this. I actually needed bullets coming out of COVID, but so that's why I started casting, because I was like, I'm just gonna cast and make my own, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, no. Actually, if you guys have, so I think Sportsman's Warehouse is owned by Bass Pro, and so is Cabela's.
Yes.
And for some reason, I was talking to the guy that actually works at Sportsman's, and apparently Sportsman's gets more of the reloading stuff than any of the other stores, because for some reason they seem to sell more of it, which makes no sense to me. But this Sportsman's Warehouse that we got has always got reloading stuff, and Cabela's we got in our area never has it.
Yeah,
So,
the Bass Pro never has it. It carries it, but I don't have a Sportsman Warehouse near my house. It's not even in the state of Florida, I don't think.
Okay.
I don't
That's
think
a bummer.
I don't think they have that. They had Cabela's, and I'm not sure if we have a Cabela's anymore, because that was in Orlando, and I think that went out of business.
Okay.
And I think all we have is the Bass Pro Shops, and we have a few of those, but I think that's it. Yeah, I don't.
Okay. Yeah, and I really hate supporting such huge stores like that. I'd rather try to support mom and pop stores, but not all the two mom and pop stores I got around, they can't get anything, and I don't know
Yeah.
why that is, because I'm still able to. I buy powder from Hajdan, and I'm buying powder from Powder Valley, whenever they get in stock. So I'm getting emails, and I can buy it straight from them. So I don't know why they can't. But actually, you're in Florida. Have you ever checked out Everglades Ammo?
Yes.
I love that place.
Oh
They
yeah.
constantly got good reloading stuff, brass bullets. They actually have really good plinking bullets for pistols and stuff like that. And they got and I think they have some good jacket plated bullets for 220 grain for 300 blackout
Oh, no
for
kidding.
pretty reasonable price. Yeah.
Yeah, I've ordered a couple of things from them. I was trying to remember if it was 55 grain just plinking bullets for the 5.56.
Okay.
I think I ordered a couple thousand from them. I want to say it was them.
Okay.
I know because here's the thing. I ordered some from Bob's Bullets and I ordered some from Everglades Ammunition.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I know I've ordered primers from Everglades before.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Bob's bullets. I could never be able to get them to shoot.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got them to shoot okay, but it wasn't
Did you?
anything that I would
Yeah.
write home.
Yeah.
They tell you that it's the next coming of Christ when you read the description for the bullet. So you're like, wow,
Yep.
these should shoot pretty good. And I tried them
Yeah.
and I couldn't get them to shoot very good.
Yeah. So, this is why you keep getting emails from Powder Valley. Got this at normal price from them. Not COVID pricing, normal pricing.
Oh,
So,
really?
everybody check Powder Valley. I'm going to probably now not getting powder, but that's okay. I'd rather get the rest of you guys in on it. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, Powder Valley is a good resource. If you guys don't know about Powder Valley, definitely a good place to check out.
Yeah. Yeah, and get on their notifications, because they send out their notifications as soon as they get them in stock.
Hold on for just a second, my wife.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I bought from them before too. Powder
Oh,
Valley.
okay.
I wish I could get some varget, 8 pounds of varget somewhere. Let's see here.
Ram, hey, if you need 30-30 cases, find a way to get a hold of me. I got 30-30 brass. I'll get you some 30-30 brass. I got it coming out my ears. We can definitely do it a lot better for you than $109 for 30-30 cases.
So, oh my God, $109 for 30-30
30-30 is like impossible to get right now, loaded or brass. So, yeah. Ram, if you can, find me on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, it's Quest for the Perfect Load. You can message me on there. Or my email is questfortheperfectload@gmail.com. Message me and I'll get you some brass. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, Ram. Yeah, that's way high, brother, for 30-30 brass. That's like the common cartridge. I mean, literally I could pick you up brass from my range and send it to you. Yeah, that's horrible. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. The problem is you can't buy it right now. Like I haven't been able to buy factory 33 ammo for 2 years. I mean, I'm pretty fortunate. I've got tons of it. But I also bought a huge reloading pile, and I got tons of 30-30 when it came with it. But I think I was seeing on Midway brass was going for 30-30 for a bag of 50 was like $49. That just seems expensive to me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's like normally 100 rounds or 100 pieces for that.
Yeah.
Because I think.
Okay, Ram. I'll look for your email.
Yeah, brother. Hook him up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy. Because I mean, I think I was paying from for match grade Starline 100 pieces for $40 or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much if you can find it for 30 cents a piece right now for once fired brass, you're getting a good deal, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably so, just because of the conditions we're in.
Yep. So, yeah. But yeah, maybe I'll be changing. I don't know. We saw a lot of states go red.
Oh yeah,
So
did you like
maybe
that?
our conditions will start to change.
Yeah.
Yep. And the Supreme Court seeing I think Kerry for New York. That's huge.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Yep.
this is all good. I know Guns and Barbecue were just in here, and he
Okay.
is a big channel for the Second Amendment channel.
Mhm.
And if you guys are not subscribed to Guns and Barbecue, please go over to his channel. And if you guys can't find his channel, go to my channel and go to my channels. And his channel is listed in those channels, and so is Quest, and so is AR Guns. Please subscribe to these guys. And Guns and Barbecue has almost a nightly chat on 2A events, and he is absolutely outstanding. He covers all the hot topics, and I can't let you guys know enough to go and support our fellow brother of the Second Amendment. And he is a friend of G23's as well. You guys want to support G23. He does a great job, and he's on there as a guest regularly on Guns and Barbecue's chat, and he does the chat as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Yeah,
I just
I
like
watched.
to give
I
it.
watched the one with you when you had him on it. That was a good. That was a
Yes.
good video.
Yeah, I like to support everybody, as many people as possible. Everybody needs to be watching everybody and supporting everybody. I think that's a big part of our commitment to each other and to the Second Amendment is to support each other and what we're doing on our channels. I mean, if you're doing something cool that people might be interested in, that's great. Let us know about it. We want to talk about it because, and Chris from the 740s here too, and you know Chris,
Yep.
James,
I know Chris.
and James, yeah, and they're these guys, great guys, and have great channels.
Yep. Yeah,
Miss
I
Vanessa.
like you said before, we're stronger together than apart, and if we can get
Yes.
together and all be on the same page and stay together. I mean, I don't see how they could stand against us personally.
Exactly. I mean, I want to. There just can be so many more channels on YouTube that are gun related, and I'm pushing for a giant increase since we have so many new gun owners in America. We need to have more gun channels on YouTube and start pushing these platforms to accept us as what we are, law-abiding citizens. And you need to be aware of that we're not going to go away.
Yeah,
we're going to keep
100%.
coming back.
Yep.
But yeah, brother, I think it's great what you're doing with your channel. I know that me and you are both, relatively small channels, but I know that you put in a lot of work into your channel because I know what it takes to go into a channel. And
and I appreciate it. Yeah.
So what is AR doing over there? Is he filing his nails?
No, I just put a link of my channel in the chat. So G23 mentioned it. And I just thought I'd go ahead and do it.
Oh,
you had it below too. A lot of people don't know it's below the.
The link for my channel.
And yeah, mine's
Oh,
below.
it is. Yeah, AR's channel is in the description. If you guys check the description boxes, I've got a link to both AR's channel and to Quest for the Perfect Load on there. So there you can find that. And oh, hey Hippo, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Broke Loader. Hey, Hippo.
Oh, Broke Loader's in the house. Yeah, and also, guys, I did get an Annealy's. I just wanted to kind of touch base and I show you guys what I got. Let me go ahead and switch my camera and get it off my ugly puss, and I'll put it on the. Let's see here. I'll put it on the.
Blow yourself up. Just don't blow your face off.
Let me see here. There we go. We'll have to grab it. So I got a. Let me
blow yourself up.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
When you get done.
And try to blow me up here. All right, there we go. All right, let me grab this camera, and everybody's gonna get motion sickness.
You've been wanting that thing a long time.
Yeah.
Me too.
So I just got this.
Oh wow.
And let's see here.
I'm gonna come down and steal it.
I purchased the new Annealy's. This is the new Gen 3. They just came out with this one, and you'll notice that the torch head is no longer bolted to the face of the machine. And the reason why the owner decided to do that is because he's got the torch by itself, and it uses, let me see where I did with the, oh, here we go. It uses basically a U-bolt clamp.
Oh, cool.
To go onto the torch bottle. And by doing this, you can set the bottle anywhere you want. And basically, you can literally set the bottle behind the machine, and with it firing the nozzle, hitting your case at the neck and the shoulder where it meets, but pushing it away from the actual Annealy's machine. So you no longer are going to be melting your wheels. Basically, he's changed the direction that these go. They both go one direction now. And so there's no more problems with the machine melting wheels. Wow. So I had bought a kit that was made for the Gen 2 and the Gen 1 Annealy's. That is actually a shield kit that has metal plates that bolt on to the outside of the wheels. And then I got this unit, and you no longer need it. So that is a really cool thing. And basically, it just, 5.5 seconds is what they say, 5 to 6 seconds on the new model, because the flame is actually a little further from the neck of the case, and you have no problems when you put the small wheel set on for the 300 blackout cartridges, and you can anneal them just as easy with no problem. So that's the new setup, and that's what I'm going to be running. And I just got the propane today, and I had to order it because we were out of propane. You couldn't even buy it at our local hardware store or Home Depot. They had no propane canisters.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, they're sold out of propane canisters. So I had to pay a ridiculous rate on Amazon to get propane bottles
we got some around here. We did a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't know why. Why, what's going on in Florida? We're not having a hurricane or nothing. I just maybe think that it's a delay in
supply chain.
This tractor trailers. They're not bringing propane bottles. They're bringing other stuff. But so that's what I'm doing. And right down here, here's the propane nozzle that it comes with. I've got a pencil nozzle. I'm going to try both these nozzles. I've got two of them. Got the one that came with the Annealy's, and then I've got the one that I've got for that I've had for a while, and it's got a true pencil flame. And we'll look at them and see if they're both, if there's any difference in them. And I'll use the smaller flame, so that to keep the heat directly where I want it. That way I don't want to widely heat the case and force more heat through induction into the body of it.
Okay.
But so that's what I'm doing, guys. I'm going to be doing some annealing. I've got 100 pieces of brass I have to anneal. and reload for a buddy of mine.
What caliber?
And 308 Winchester.
Oh,
Good
okay.
live stream coming up. Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I've
Good,
got
good deal.
probably going to do a live stream on it. I'm going to do a kneeling it. I'm going to go through case prep, annealing, and everything I do.
Okay.
And I'll even have a thing where I'll show the rifle in the background, and I'm going to do the overall length to the throat.
Yep.
Through the throat and to the chain or to the lands and grooves, and I'll
What
show every.
It's 308, but what gun?
It's a 8mm Mauser.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
I got something for you, Echo.
What is it?
You may already know about it. Broke Loader said, Echo, and I've seen this, make a fitting to fill a 1 pound empty bottles with your grill tank. That would be a good thing.
Yeah, I have one of those. Yeah, they were great.
Oh, yeah. Make a fitting for your one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea. That is a great idea with a 5-gallon pail. I could never run. I mean, using it for annealing, I could use that for the rest of my life, probably.
You could take the 20-pound tank, fill it up for $17 or whatever, and then go fill all your little bottles back up again.
Yeah.
Your bottles, that cost a lot, the small ones.
Well, if I had a 20-pound cylinder, I would just pipe it in.
Yeah.
I'd tell my wife, I'm like, look, dude, if we ever have a tornado or a hurricane and it wipes out the house, we could have a grill right here in our house. We could have the neighbors stop by for the weenie roast. I'll be charging $1 a hot dog.
You need the bottles that work in that device you just showed us.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a good idea. That is an actually really good idea.
Yeah, I had a bench source. I ended up getting rid of it, and so I'm saving for one of those induction ones. I'm super pumped for one of those. But,
oh yeah. You gonna get an amp?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, amps are really super badass. Yeah. They are super cool. They're just a lot of money. Oh,
I know. Yeah.
Induction is neat. I think it's neat the way it works, and it heats up so quick.
Yeah, I'm tempted to get one of those until meantime because I do so much reloading, and I anneal every case. So and right now I'm just doing it with a drill because for me it was I had that bench source, but to me it was so slow that it was faster for me to just do it and chuck it into my get a socket, throw it inside a socket, and just use my drill and slow turn, and just hang out with my lights out and listen to some Pink Floyd or something, right? And just anneal some brass.
Hell yeah, dude! I mean, if you're doing it to it, I mean, I don't see why. The problem with me is my sight sucks, so I had to have something to be able to do it. So that I would burn up brass is the bottom line. I would burn it all up. And there's a point to no return when you anneal brass.
Yep.
There is definitely a point of no return, and you can actually cook it if you're blind and stupid like I am. And basically, that's why I got the annealies. And the other thing that I like about the annealies is I could put like 100 pieces of brass up here.
Okay.
And it will just go through it. So I can literally sit up 100 pieces of 223 and probably, I'm guessing, 60 or 70 308.
Okay.
And it will hold it on top of it on its holder in its magazine, and it'll go through it all. That way I don't have.
Can you shoot me the link for that? Email me the link for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely do it. I'll do it right now.
Yeah. Yeah. That is enticing since if you don't have to sit there and do every single one. That's actually is pretty nice. That's why I didn't like the bench source. Because literally I drop one in, it turned, drop another one in, and it turned, and so like I'm literally
You
sitting
spend your
there.
whole day dropping stuff. You're like, I
Yep.
should hire a child slave for this. You know what I'm
Well, I
saying?
got
I'm
two
like,
of
this
those.
is
I
yeah,
got two of those.
exactly.
I just don't want them on a plane.
Exactly. I gotta outsource to China for
Yeah, right.
my children's slavery. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, and the funny thing is, it's like doing that. You know, when you see that machine, it works really well. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody I know that back in the day, that's what they would have, and
Okay.
I was like, you know, I don't want to sit there and do this all day. I just don't.
Yep.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
will literally, you will find me, you will find the bench source machine running, and you'll
Yep.
find me hanging from a beam freaking from the ceiling, because I will go nuts sitting there
Yeah.
all day long doing this. I
Yep.
just so I'm gonna send you a link to this once I get this on there. Hold on, let me.
Oh yeah. No hurry.
No, I'll send you this over.
Uncle John. He says I won't mention having a wife. Oh what? Not so cheap labor. Yeah, I hear you.
It's the cost of the labor. It's very expensive nowadays.
Yep.
And if I was to get my wife out here to actually, like, she would last about 3 minutes, and she'd be like, "You want me to do this how long?" And I would be like, "Well, honey, I need a couple hundred K. Yeah, you're gonna be
Yeah.
doing that yourself." And that's what I would.
That's kind of
That's
like what she tells you for other stuff. You're gonna be doing that yourself, right?
exactly. You're gonna be doing that yourself. I'm
All
like,
right, right
well,
on. I just got the link.
yeah, brother. There you go.
Let's put Andy. Does anybody put Andy's link to his channel in here?
Andy's link? No, I can if you want. Andy 79Z28. Here, you know what I'll
Yeah.
do? I'll let me put Andy on my channel. Andy, we'll I'm gonna throw myself up the traditional Glad trash bag, which is that's my that's my Glad trash bag when I don't want to be seen, when I gotta get real close to the screen to look at things. Hold on here. I tell you what we'll do, Andy. I will go and I will make it so
Okay,
your
cool, Andy. I'll check it out.
your channel.
He does a lot of casting.
Yeah, Andy's is a great guy too.
Mm-hmm.
I should have
Oh yeah,
had you.
I'm subbed to Andy's channel. Yeah.
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 What I was gonna do, Andy, is I'm gonna go to my channel and I'm gonna put you in my collection of channels that for people that come to my channel, so they see that you're one of the crew.
I'll put you on there too, Andy.
Yeah.
I'll add you.
And this is good to be doing, because the overall thing here is helping each other out, and that's the bottom line. Everybody wants the same thing. They want to have people watch their stuff, so that that people are interested in it, and follow us. And when we do
Oh,
cool
did I lose?
stuff.
Did I lose you guys? You there?
No,
You good?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I hear you.
Okay. Quest, can we hear you, brother? Are you good?
Can you hear us, Quest?
We may have lost Quest for a minute. He may pop back in. His phone may have died.
He's still on the video. But
Is he?
yeah.
Okay.
I think I lost volume.
Oh
here.
no, I just
here.
heard your. Now I hear you.
Okay.
I don't know if he can hear us.
You can hear us now, Zach, can't you? Maybe not. Yeah, Andy's a zinc master. Is your audio okay, Zach?
Yeah, I think he's having some difficulty.
Yeah.
I lost audio here. I'm gonna have to leave and come back.
All right.
Okay.
That sounds good. If you can hear us, I can hear you. I heard that.
We're ending the show in 10 minutes. So
Yeah, we're going to be
So
ending the
that-
show.
that-
So if you want to come back to say goodbye to everybody,
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah.
Hey, Walter.
And Andy.
Good to see you.
79.
So just bumping in for a
Oh,
minute.
there he is. Hold on. I can bump him back in to say goodbye. Let's see. Where is. Oh, there we go. All right. There we go.
There we go.
Hey, brother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. That was weird. I completely lost audio. I had totally visual, but no audio. That was weird.
Yeah, that is weird. Sometimes it does that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Yardstone.
yeah, we wanted to bring you back on just to, so we're shutting it down here in just a minute, Zach.
Yeah,
I'm just
sounds good.
trying to put let's see. I'm just trying to put Andy 79 Z28. Let's see. Okay, Z28. That's what I gotta put.
Y'all sub Walter Bunning too. He's been
Walter is
for 40 years.
Yes, Walter is the man. Okay, let me see here. Boy, Andy's got quite a few. And I'm also putting Ocean, because Ocean 374 came up under Andy. And then done. And then publish. And then let me go into... Go to my...
Always good to see you, Walter.
Yeah, always good to see Mr. Walter. Okay. Huh.
Lead Bullet Junkie's with us too. Or I can't remember if I called him out earlier. Good to see you, Lead. LBJ. James Pugh just subbed Walter. Great.
Awesome. I like it. That's what we're here for, gentlemen. That is what we are here for, is to help each other out. Basically, why don't you start calling us out on the side chat AR, if you would, please, sir.
Okay. James Pugh, Uncle John, Vanessa Kitty, Broke Loader, Chris from 740. Good to see you all. Lead Bullet Junkie, G23. Now, if I call some of you again, it's just because my memory's getting slow. Uncle John, Vanessa. Broke Loader, G23. Uncle John, good to see you. Chris from 740. Uncle John, I called. Broke Loader, James Pugh, Andre D'Angelo, Michael Hurtnick, Andy 79Z28. Good to see you all. Sometimes it takes a while to scroll this because it's long after a while. HIPAA's here. I just call you HIPAA. Chris, I called. G23, good to see you, G. I'll get there sooner or later. James Pugh, I think I called you. Good to see you. I'm still Ram 4x4. Good to see you, Ram. Well, this thing, the longer your chat is, the longer this thing gets. Walter Bunning, good to see you, Walter. Still scrolling, guys. JH586. Hey, Jamie. Good to see you. Be sure to go check out Georgia Shooting Connection, too. It's coming up tonight. That's got it. Good to see you all. Appreciate you dropping by. It's always a pleasure having you all over here in the side chat. Alaska
Hey.
One Andy, he's here. He just
Oh, awesome.
Sorry, Alaska. Apparently overlooked you. You came in late. Let's see.
We appreciate everybody coming on and hanging out with us tonight. Very much so. I will do some updating to my channel and get Andy added on there along with G23. And Chris from the 740, I think, is already there. Yeah, Chris, if you're on my channel for an interview, you've already been added. I'm computer illiterate a little bit, so I have to.
He mentioned he's going to have something coming up with his son. It's going to be with him.
Who does?
Chris 740. He's going to have, I think you mentioned earlier, something about his son coming on with him.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a live stream before we wind this down, 740? Just curious.
What is he doing a live stream, and when is it?
I don't know if it's a video or live stream. I just seen him mention it a little while back.
With his son, yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
All right, Ram. Yeah, I'll check my email. I'll be looking for it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks everyone. It's 7:27. We're probably going to wind down if Echo wants to.
Oh yeah, we're gonna jump it down. I appreciate everyone coming out tonight and checking out our stuff, and pay attention to Zach and Quest for the Perfect Load. Also be aware of my co-host AR Guns 1776. He's going to be having some new content out here in the next week or so. And look for me as well. I will have a little bit of stuff coming on as usual. But thanks once again, everyone. I appreciate it very much. And you all have a lovely evening. And let me go ahead and make it so you can see us. And you guys have a nice evening and take care.